I'm live.
Well, fire you on.
And yes, I am live. I am. Um, hello. I just wanted to check in with people because a lot of people had been asking me how I was doing and what was going on. So I thought I would come out here and just have a little chat, see if anybody shows up. So, for those of you who don't know, I have not really been well for a while. Um, and I hadn't been able to read because of medications and things like that. But what was going on with me is called AFib. It's where your heart rate goes a little crazy. So some people, when they get AFib, they don't even know they have it. And other people, like me, when they go into AFib, they kind of have this train wreck happen. And over 5 years, it got progressively worse. So basically, what happens is you get something called cardioversion, where you go into the hospital and they thump you. You could see pussycats in the background, back into sinus rhythm. So that's a little bit distressing. And they don't like to do that for people more than like 10 times. And I'd been cardioverted 15 times. I'd also been on some medication that converted you through medication, and that stopped working as well. So the last couple of times that I went into AFib, I had what they call SVT, supraventricular tachycardia, which is a little more worrisome and caused emergency room visits. So that was no fun at all. So my cardiologist talked to me about something called ablation surgery, where they go in and cauterize the rogue nerves in your heart. And I avoided this for as long as I could because I really don't like general anesthesia. And I also, was worried about what those nerves might be for. So, astrologically, it looked like February 1st, the new moon in Aquarius, was going to be a great day for me to go ahead and get this surgery done. So I did. So what you're seeing is me a couple days after this heart procedure. I'm home and I'm supposed to be resting, but I can only do so much laying around. So I'm doing some paperwork and things like that to keep up with things. But I will say that had it only been the procedure, I probably would feel quite good, meaning that, yes, I can tell that something's going on. My chest is a little tight, and I feel like I usually do when I've been thumped. And the spot where they insert the wire to go up into your heart is a little sore, and there's a bruise there. And the person who did my IV maybe wasn't the most adept at doing IVs. But the biggest issue that I have is the person who did the anesthesia. I don't know if you can see, but I have a hematoma here. It's the size of a small egg on the outside of my chin. This whole side of my face is swollen like when you have a bad dentist visit. My tongue is cut and black and blue. And underneath my tongue are these pods of blood. Hi, Savannah. Are these pods of like, it's horrible. So I have like a whiplash, sore jaw, can't really chew, big hematoma, that's very sore, and my tongue is, yeah. So I kind of feel like I've been through the wars, really. Hi, Wendy. But I just wanted to kind of check in with people because I usually am very, hi, Gilda. I'm very there usually. And we won't be going live again until Monday for 11sies, and hopefully my voice will be back by then. Yeah, Linda Ouch is right. But anyway, within myself, I feel pretty good. I feel still like a little bit in shock. Sometimes you feel a little bit in shock after anesthesia or surgery. But the part that's really the worst is this crazy whiplashy jaw thing. Anyway, so because I'm supposed to be resting, I'm actually got some time to do some research. Hi, Sarah. And following along, we talked about the grand conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn in Aquarius on the solstice of 2020. And we talked about Saturn and Pluto conjunction and all these things that are very generational. Good to see you too, Renee. And thank you, everybody, for sending the good vibes. I really did feel it. I felt like all this energy was coming to me during my procedure. So I really do thank you all very much. But yes, so I really do feel that all this stuff that's coming astrologically with the outer planets is going to be setting the tone for the age of Aquarius, but certainly setting the tone for this next section of time, this next generation of energy. So if we looked at the outer planets, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto, and kind of thought of them as being the trendsetters for a generation, you know, instead of thinking about how the planets are affecting us personally, our personal transits, we could look at those planets and think about them as planetary transits for the planet, meaning that Saturn in Aquarius is awakening our karma to humanity and awakening our lessons on how to treat each other. And Neptune in Pisces is giving us this creative, innovative, graceful energy. Uranus in Taurus, Uranus is expect the unexpected. So I think we're going to see a lot of information about saving the planet, a lot of innovative ideas regarding climate change and just, the basic give a hoot, don't pollute kind of thing. And I think that Pluto moving from Capricorn where it is now with the focus on economies and governments and power, Pluto itself is power. So in Capricorn, it's really got this kind of hidden agenda for world domination. Pluto's going to be moving on into Aquarius as well. So we'll see some interesting energy when Pluto and Uranus square. And we're going to get that last little licks of Saturn and Uranus square. But I just want to assure everybody that I think what we've been through in the last 2 and a bit years is going to be lifting, and that we're going to start seeing some really positive things happening. I really truly believe we're going to see some positive things happening with healthcare and the pandemic. I think we're going to see some positive things happening with change regarding planetary care. We've seen already some things being put into place with recycling, and I know that there are many different townships that are now going to start talking about food and waste recycling of food separately from other trash. I just think we're going to see a lot of innovative ways to recycle, reuse, and I think that there are going to be some some pushbacks from some laws that are going to come into place. People have a hard time sometimes adjusting to change or following new rules. And I think there's going to be quite a few of them coming, but I don't think they're going to be about controlling people. I don't know why people have to think right away, oh, my rights, my rights. I think that these things that are going to come into play are going to be to protect the planet and help us find new ways of living in harmony with nature. So that's what I predict from what I see in the stars. And again, the reason I sound a little funny is because I have been through the war with the vent that they put in for my surgery. You can see this whole side of my face is swollen. You can see this bruise. My tongue is still swollen several days later. And when you talk for a living, that's a bit of a bummer, right? But I do plan to really work at my recovery, and I plan to be back to reading by the beginning of March. So I want to have 2 or 3 days in the shop where I'll be reading again, because now that I've had the surgery, I ought to be able to get off the loopy-doo medicine that made me very reticent to read, for people. It was okay that I was doing, I felt that it was okay ethically to do the free readings on Wednesday evenings because I had Anton for a backup. And not that I don't take it seriously, but a one card live with everybody listening is different from a half hour one-on-one, dig deep session and really look into what's happening with people. I take the work that I do very seriously. I'm sure that most of you who are here that know me know that. So the reason that I hadn't been reading is because I had this crazy medicine that really was like a brain fog to control my heart rhythm. So, not only am I compromised by the crazy heart rhythm, then I'm compromised by the crazy medicine for the heart rhythm. But Monday, I go back to the doctor for my checkup, and hopefully, there'll be a great plan for getting off the crazy medicine and being in good health. So Anton and I have changed our diet. We're on an all organic diet, trying really hard not to put any poisons in our body. So I'll be glad to get off this medicine. And I think that in March, I'll be raring to go and people will be running away. But in March, I hope to read 2 or 3 days again, 2 or 3 days a week. So, I've been reading professionally over 30 years, and it's been so odd for me not to sit with people and be able to talk with them and help them and look into their lives and offer ways to cope and help them with things that are going on. But I should be back to that in March. Oh, there's Anton. He's just made some breakfast. And
Homemade sausage. Yum.
yeah, he made turkey sausage. So that's cool. Anyway, I just wanted to say, everybody, I'm okay. I wanted to say thank you to everybody for all the wonderful positive energy that you've been sending and that you're continuing to send. I wanted to say things are looking up. So know that this is going to be a fantastic year. And I think it's going to be a really wonderful month. I think there's going to be some great news happening. And if you're not already on the waiting list to see me in March, give a call and get on that list because we're going to call people in order. And I'm going to try to read 2 or 3 days a week starting in March. So I look really forward to being able to sit with you or to speak with you on the phone, or to do a Zoom session or whatever we agree to do, depending on where you live and what your health status is. All right. So I will see you again on Monday for 11sies. Charlotte says she likes that. And then we'll be doing the live tea on Wednesday. Oh, yes, Renee, I've been drinking elderberry tea, echinacea tea, chamomile tea. I've got organic peppermint lozenges to soothe my throat. But yeah, I don't want to talk too much now because I am trying to save my voice, literally. And we'll see you on Wednesday night for the live tea. We do, yeah, Zoom readings. Why not? We could talk to each other face to face that way. Beats phone reading, right? Yeah. We're trying to come up to the swing of things, get in with the times. But I would love to be able to do that because many times when I do a reading, I'll point to the card that I'm talking the language of, right? I'll say, well, this card is in this position, and I want you to look at this detail, So yeah, just know that I'm working hard on getting better, that I came through my surgery, I'm home recovering, that I am very, very thankful, and I feel very, very blessed to have all of you wishing me well. And I'm going to get back to the store as soon as I can. But you would just not believe the amazing things that have come in since I've been home. I've been working on being a buyer, so we have some really wonderful things. The latest thing that came on are these little black tourmaline cubes that kind of represent the altar of the Temple of Malkuth, the Temple of Earth. So if you're into the Kabbalah, you probably want one of those. And I will tell you that the store is not open today because of the ice storm that we're having in upstate New York. However, we are having a snow day special. So you could go to snowday.awarenessshop.com. I'll put that here. Snowday. And you can buy $100 gift card for $50. So it's essentially like giving yourself 50% off everything in the store. And that's just for today while we're not open. So snowday.awarenessshop.com, you can get your almost famous snow day special. So for $50, you get a $100 gift card. So if you're somebody who's on like Magical Year or Candle Club or any of the subscriptions, or you have some stuff on hold, or you wanted to get a statue, if you got a $100 gift card for $50, you could get a $100 statue with it for $50, basically, right? You're going to pay half price. So it's a good deal, and it's a way that we give back to our community. We sell things at cost, and then we just put that money back into purchasing the things again that we sold. So it's a good deal for everybody. So snowdayspecial.awarenessshop.com. I am okay. I am blessed. I am thankful for all of you. I'm really ready to get my life back. I want to be able to sing again. I want to be able to read again. I want to be able to um, zip around the store and get things done. So that's my goal. I'm setting that as my new moon intention to be well and healthy. And I will see you guys all again on Monday for 11sies, and then I'll see you on Wednesdays for the tea. So peace and brightest blessings. Take care.